Good evening, friends, and welcome to My Time, UC Davis Health's Gentle Yoga class. I'm Maureen Craig, your host this evening, and I'm glad you're joining me. Always feel free to send me a message in the chat anytime at the beginning or end of class. Always love to hear from you. I'm excited to share our class tonight, and I hope we have a lovely time together. So I'm just going to go ahead and push my little card aside, and we'll get ourselves situated on our mat for class practice. And if some of you haven't practiced with me before, I have a chair here next to my yoga mat, and that's to encourage you to think about finding stability in your practice. So if you have any of the postures that seem like you don't feel stable in them, using a chair is a perfect way, one without rollers, and that can be sitting right next to your mat to help you get up and down from the mat and or practice different poses. All right, so let's settle down in a seated posture on our mat. You can sit like I do on a block, or you can sit crisscross, and any comfortable seat where your spine is upright and you feel comfortable. So just take a moment to let the weight of your body land right here on the mat, just feeling the weight of the body. Take a nice big breath in. And on the exhale, letting go just a little bit so you feel yourself coming down to the mat. And if it's comfortable for you, closing your eyes and letting your attention turn more inward as we begin class, to take our attention into our own experience. And noticing the breath in the nose, right at the tip of the nose. Nice big breath in. And a long exhale. Noticing the in-breath is cool. And the out-breath is warmed. With the next breath, moving the attention to the third eye, right there in the sinuses, and feeling the breath as it passes through the sinuses. Inhale. And exhale. And again. And then moving your attention to the breath in the back of the throat, where the air swirls a bit as it enters into the lungs. Nice full in-breath. And exhale. Letting the breath be a little bit fuller than usual. And the exhale slow and long. And then bringing the attention to your shoulders. Just feeling if there's any movement in the shoulders with the breath, inhaling. And letting go, perhaps the shoulders come down a little bit away from the ears as you let go and exhale. With the next breath, noticing the sternum and the breath right there over the heart. And then moving the breath to the base of the ribs, right where the ribs and the abdomen connect. And just feeling the ribs lifting with the in-breath. And folding with the out-breath. And then bringing the attention low into the belly and feeling the in-breath, let the belly soften and fill. And on the exhale, the navel comes back and in and up. Taking a few more breaths here. Feeling the spine be tall and bringing the attention over the heart and setting an intention for your practice. What is bringing you to yoga tonight? And what would you like to deepen? Perhaps bringing a little joy into your day, a little presence, being still with yourself, a little kindness, whatever it might be, letting it settle on the heart a moment. And bring your attention to the tip of your nose and gently draw the infinity sign with the nose. This is a gentle movement for the neck. The muscles in the neck and the bones in the neck are small. So little gentle movements like this can help settle tension out of the neck. Just using the tip of the nose like a pencil and drawing that infinity sign. An infinity sign is like a figure 8 on its side. And finishing the cycle that you're on, and then one more. Coming to stillness and feeling that tallness in the spine. Now finding the tip of the tailbone, and from there drawing a circle with the crown of your head going in one direction. Tipping a little forward to the side, coming up tall to the other side. Going for a few circles and then changing direction. And slowly coming to stillness. Reach the arms out into a T. Roll the thumbs back. And then drop that right hand to the mat and sweep the other hand over for a side bend as you press into the mat. Inhale and sweep through center, bringing your hand down to the mat, and take a side bend on the other side. Inhale, come through center, and exhale. And once more onto the other side. And then take your hands and place them with the fingers facing back right behind you on the floor. And just lift the heart a bit. Find a big breath in the front body. And then taking your left hand and reaching it over to the right. Getting a bit of a twist here, the heart coming over in that direction. Then gently paint the sky. Bring that hand down. And take your right hand across the body, bringing the heart over in the twist. And then paint the sky. Once more off to the right. Sweeping back and off to the left. Sweeping back to center and lift the heart again. You can come up onto your fingertips if that feels better. And then releasing. Let's roll our shoulders a little bit. Roll them forward, up to the ears, and down the back. And do that a couple times just to help release any tension in the neck or shoulders. And then we'll come on over onto our hands and knees for our cat-cow posture. So just placing your hands underneath the shoulder points and your knees underneath the hips. And beginning a little movement with the spine to help loosen up any tension that is there. So just feeling that undulation in the spine. And when you come into angry cat, Feel that spine reaching up and the neck comes down. And then on cow, Vidyalasana, you might gaze forward and tuck your toes. Let the tailbone lift. Back and forth for a few times, just letting the spine warm up. And taking it a little faster can sometimes feel different. And it might be what your spine is calling for. And then a little bit side to side. And then coming to stillness in your table. Fingers spread nice and wide. Let's push our right heel out. On the exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. Exhale, push it out. Or I should say inhale, push it out. And then on this side, more like a frog, bringing it to the side, to the elbow. Inhale it back. Exhale it to the chest. Inhale it back. Exhale, frog. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale to the chest. Inhale it back. Exhale, frog. Inhale it back, and this time add the thumb to the sky. So you have a little bit of a line of energy from the left fingertip to the right heel. A lifting energy in the back body engaged. Breathing here. One more breath. Bring the hand and the palm of the ball of the foot down to the mat and stretch out the back of that leg. Gets a good calf stretch in there. And then bring the knee down, a cleansing breath. And let's take these moves on the other side. So push the left heel back. Feel the flatness in the back, the table strong. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest or the nose. Inhale it out. Exhale into frog. Knee comes more towards the elbow. Inhale it out. Exhale it in. Inhale and frog pose. Mandukasana. Inhale it out. Exhale, bring it into the nose. Inhale it out. Exhale, frog. Inhale to the chest. Inhale to the frog. Inhale it out now and hold. Add the right thumb to the sky. Activate the back body. Keep the back of the skull level with the shoulder blades and breathe. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Bring the ball of the foot and the palm down and take that nice calf stretch. And then bring the knee down, cleansing breath here. Even those simple moves, which are super good for our back, can really be intense. So respect those with a good breath afterwards. Let's let our fingers come forward, one hand print, and drop the hips back. Feel the lengthening energy from fingertips towards tailbone as the head slowly lowers between the biceps. And then go ahead and bring the weight of your body forward onto the hands. Tuck the toes. Float the knees just a little bit here. So this is more of a puppy dog. So try and push your shoulders back behind your wrists rather than directly over. Let the chest come towards the thighs. We're going to work on our down dog a little bit. The heels will be a little lifted most likely at this point, and then gently push your tailbone up to the sky, and then see if you can lower one heel or the other, depending on how flexible the back of your leg is or how much you can lengthen the calf muscle there. So the fingers are spread. The weight is borne in the base of the thumb and the first finger on the hand. And then on our feet, the feet are with the heels right at 6 o'clock. You can roll up onto the balls of the feet and then slowly let the heels come down. And press your chest back just a little bit. Breathing here, let's take a nice full breath in. Exhale, scoop the navel in. And once more, a big breath. And exhale. Glancing between the thumbs, begin to walk the feet forward or just hop forward to a forward fold. Take a moment to let the head enjoy the inversion. So your head is relaxed and the neck is loose. Nod the head yes. And then side to side, letting go of any tension in the neck. That can feel so good. Inhale now, coming to a halfway lift. So press on the front of the shin bones. Feel the shoulder blades sliding down the back. Crown reaches forward. Take a big breath in here. On the exhale, scoop the navel in. Another big breath. Let the inner thighs spin a bit towards the back wall. Big breath. Exhale, soften and fold. Let the knees be a little soft as you draw yourself towards your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms back behind you. Squeeze your glutes, lift up, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. And coming up to our standing posture. We'll have a little balance posture tonight. We had worked a little bit on that last week. We're going to have another balance pose today. So we'll start with tree and then go to balance star, okay? So bringing the weight into your right leg. Feel yourself feel very solid in the heel and then feel the energy lifting up. And whenever you're coming into a balance posture, you're going to like to hold a focus point. So you may not actually want to be watching me as much as watching a spot on the wall or the floor 6 to 8 feet in front of you. After you've got the weight there in that leg, then you can bring the other foot either into a just resting the heel on the foot or on the side of the ankle, or you can actually bring it up to the calf. Avoid the knee, and some people are real flexible and can bring their foot all the way up to the thigh. So get a nice sturdy foot, and then holding that focus point, let your tree grow, meaning your branches come up, your arms come up, 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 in that nice Y. And breathing for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to come out to star. So the arms come out into a T and the foot comes out to the side. Balance star. One more breath here. And then let your star land. So the foot comes down and you're in a standing star now. Just squeeze your glutes just a little bit to let the front of the hips open a little bit. And then we're going to twist. So bringing your left hand across the body, twisting to that side. Inhale it open and twist to the other side. Inhale it open and twist again. And this time, once you bring it to the thigh, let it slide down all the way as far as is comfortable for you and bring your heart across towards the knee a bit. Inhale, sweep it open and twist to the other side. Bring the hand to the outside of your left thigh and slide it down as you draw the heart towards the knee. Inhale, coming back up. Okay, let's take those postures on the other side, starting with your left leg. Feel that weight in the heel, the energy rising up. And when you're ready, coming to your version of tree. 3, 2, 1 more breath. Let the arms come out into a T and the foot floats out into a balanced star. Breathing. Always breathing in yoga. And then let your star land. Feel that line of energy between the fingertips, reaching out. And exhale and twist that right hand over to the left. Inhale through the center and exhale right. Inhale it open. Exhale, twist, and this time let the hand land, slide down the outside of the thigh as you draw yourself into a little deeper twist. Keep a tiny bit of softness in the knee so your leg is comfortable. Inhale it open and exhale it to the other side. Slide the hand down. Draw yourself towards your knee a bit. I feel it in my hamstring when I take that position. Inhale it open. Okay. Let's find our way to the top of our mat and we'll take a little flow practice, a sun salutation. Often in yoga, that's what we practice is sun salutations, which are those flow series, either a B or a C series that have kind of a sequencing. And so we'll start with a C series here. So finding yourself in mountain at the top of your mat, your heels are weighted and the feet are parallel with the long edge of the mat. And just feel that energy rising up as the bones stack. Inhale the arms tall and take the right wrist into the left hand and gently side bend. Inhale and switch the grip and exhale to the other side with a nice deep side bend, and then once more each side. Use your breath here. Inhale tall, exhale side bend. Inhale tall, release the hands. Exhale, float forward, nice strong back, folding at the hips. Bring the hands down. Inhale, come to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back on the right, bringing the right knee down and untucking the toes. Each posture has the muscles, certain muscles engaged, so just kind of feel that. As your hips are sinking forward towards that front heel, raise your arms up. Let the heart lift a little bit. And then bring your right hand to your left knee. Reach the left hand forward and gently twist the spine as that left hand reaches to the back of the mat. Keep it tall. Inhale, sweep both hands up. Exhale, fold the heart. Plant the hands and walk the hands back. We're going to take a nice stretch on the back of the leg. Begin by pointing the toe and then drawing the toe back. You can pedal the foot just a little bit to kind of lengthen the back of that leg. And then walk the hands forward, framing that foot. Tuck the back toes, coming to your runner's lunge, 2 lanes of traffic. And we'll go ahead and push the feet away from each other. And I like to hold a focus point as we're going to rise to crescent lunge. So feel the feet pushing away from each other. That sturdies you up as you lift the arms up, coming to crescent lunge. Beautiful. Lift the heart and breathe. Dropping the back heel now, the toes on the back foot point off to 2 o'clock. And this is called Warrior 1. And then taking your right arm and folding it so that the right wrist goes in front of the left elbow, and lift that left arm up nice and tall. Release the arms, exhale and fold, and step the left foot back to meet the right, and we'll take a little flow here. So coming in plank and bringing your knees down, and then draw your elbows in as the chest and chin come down. Inhale, roll it up to cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Let the hips sway a little bit side to side as you stretch out the side body. And then inhale the right foot up, bend the knee and stack the hips, flex the foot. And then we're going to bring the right knee behind the right wrist for pigeon. And with pigeon, what I find, I like to use a block under my right hand and bring that shin forward as much as you can so it's parallel with the front edge of the mat. That intensifies the stretch in the outer right hip and helps you with that that muscle stretch, keeping the foot flexed and breathing with that stretch for 3, 2, last one. Then bringing your hands back to the mat, tuck the back toes, let your right foot sweep back up, stretch out the leg, couple circles with the ankle. And then on the exhale, bring that foot between the hands, runner's lunge on this side. And then step the left foot forward to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms behind you, strong back, lift up. And exhale, release. Beautiful. And we'll take those moves on the other side. So finding your way back up to your mountain posture. And before we flow again, just taking a breath or two to just recenter yourself. It's wonderful to breathe through the nose as much as you can. We get better oxygenation with the nasal breathing. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step back on the left. Bring the knee down and sweep the hands up as the hips sink towards that front heel. Bring the left hand to the right knee and sweep the right arm back all the way. A nice deep spinal twist, keeping your spine long as you're twisting. And the hands go back to the sky. And exhale, frame the foot. Walk the hands back as you lengthen out now, drawing that right hip back. Lengthen out the back of the right leg. And draw the toes in. Gets about both the hamstring and the calf for me. Just feel into your body what part is getting a stretch, if any. Walking your hands forward, we're coming to runner's lunge. Tuck the back toes. Draw the left kneecap up so you feel that strength between the feet. Push the feet away from each other as the hands float back. Lifting the hands up to the sky and the back heel lifts. Crescent lunge for 3 breaths. Feel the strength in your legs. Then dropping the back heel, coming to warrior 1. And take your left wrist in front of the right elbow this time and let that right arm reach up tall. It's almost like an upside down number 4. Release the hands and let them come down to the mat to frame the front foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And then let's take our flow. Let the knees come down, the elbows come in as the chest touches and the chin. Inhale, roll the heart up, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Push the chest back towards the thighs, down dog. Tailbone is high. Inhale your left foot up. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Flex the foot. Open the hips in that fire hydrant pose. On the exhale, bring the left knee behind the left wrist. And then using that right hand, bring that leg into the pigeon position so the shin is close to parallel to the front edge of the mat. And depending on your flexibility, I don't have as much flexibility on this side, so my knee lifts off a little bit, but that still gives me a great stretch. Breathing with that. One more breath. And then framing your hands out, pushing the left foot to the sky, couple circles with it. Then on the exhale, bring it forward between the hands. And with the next exhale, bring the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, release. Letting go of a little tension in the body. And we'll move on to a sun salutation B, which the B series almost always starts with a chair. It can be a little intense in that posture, but it's good for us to practice that. So much of our mobility as we get older is dependent on that squatting, that ability to have strong legs, to get up and down from a chair, and so on. All right, so finding your mountain. We'll go ahead and just going to move my chair here a little bit so I have enough room for these postures. So finding your mountain posture, and then softening the knees and the hips so you come down slowly into your squat. Feel the weight in the heels and push the heels away from each other so that they're kind of going in opposite directions, okay? It helps light up the back of the legs. And then add the arms coming up alongside the ears and the heart lifted, and breathing here. One more good breath in. And on the exhale, fold into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, strengthen the back, draw the shoulder blades down. Exhale, fold, and both feet step back for your plank. So taking here and just moving straight to down dog, or taking a flow here. Inhale to a cobra or an up dog. Exhale, push it to down dog. Okay, lifting the left foot up, and on the exhale, bringing it forward between the hands. Let the right heel come down so the toes are at 2 o'clock, and arise in warrior one. So there's a little tension between the 2 feet, pushing away from each other. Keeps a nice sturdy posture, strong legs. Then let the hands come down and interlace them behind the sacrum. Draw the hands down and broaden across your collarbones. Lift just a little bit through the heart. Keep the glutes engaged so it keeps the low back safe. Take a moment to notice your front knee, that it's over the second toe or ankle and in line with the second toe. And then gently fold the heart towards the earth. You can bring your hands down at any time. Coming to humble warrior. Release your hands to the mat. Bring the block to the inside of your left ankle. We're going to come to pyramid. So lift the back heel, switch it to 6 o'clock, and then draw the left hip back. So both knees are drawn up the thigh, and the left hip is drawn way back for your pyramid pose. Lengthening out the backs of the legs. 1 or 2 breaths here. Let the back feel nice and engaged, like your shoulder blades are drawn down the back. The crown of the head reaches forward, and then gently bring the heart towards the knee. At the end of your next exhale, soften the knee a little bit. Walk the hands forward to tripod out in front of the left foot. Raise the back foot in a standing split. And you can take your gaze right behind you. Once your hands are on the mat, you'll feel pretty comfortable to look behind you. Then taking the block in the left hand and bringing it out for a half moon now. So it'll be at a 45-degree angle from the left foot. Then roll the heart and hips open to the right. Bringing yourself to half moon. Flex the back foot. 2 or 3 breaths here. Gently let the back foot come down. And as you do so, let the toes turn out towards the 3 o'clock. We're going to be in one lane of traffic here, okay? So that means the forward heel intersects the back arch. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. And then roll the heart open to the side here, extended side angle. Reach up to the sky. And maybe a little bit forward to lengthen out there. And then bring that right hand to the hip and straighten the left leg. So now we're bringing that left hip back, and then bring the hand to the inside of the left calf, coming into Trikonasana. Open the heart a little bit here as you draw your bow and the right arms stack over the left. 2 or 3 breaths. Now keeping the footing the same, engage the core and sweep to reverse triangle. So the arms just switch. One hand goes up, the other hand goes down. Big breath in here. Exhale, float it back to Trikonasana. Inhale as you move. Exhale, reverse triangle. Inhale as you move. Trikonasana. Inhale and switch. And exhale, windmill your arms all the way down to the mat and step the left foot back to meet the right. And we're ready for another flow. Taking your flow here. Inhaling to cobra or up dog. With up dog, the toes are facing down. Exhale, tuck the toes and come to down dog. And then we'll take these moves on the other side, lifting the right foot up. On the exhale, bring that right knee forward, the right foot forward. And take the back toes and let them settle down at about pointing to 10 o'clock. So we're coming into a warrior one, 2 lanes of traffic, and rise the arms up for warrior one. Let the hands come behind the sacrum, interlace, and perhaps move the fingers over one as you lift the heart. Draw the hands down, the collarbone lifts. This can feel great to open up the front of the chest a bit. So much of the time our shoulders are drawn forwards. And then gain some strength right through the core of yourself as you're gently going to come into that humble warrior and fold yourself to the inside of that right leg. Option to release the hands to the mat at any time. And when you do bring your hands down to the mat, bring your block to the inside of that right ankle and bring the left heel back to 6 o'clock. So it's 2 lanes of traffic for pyramid. And draw the right hip way back so you lengthen out the backs of the legs. Breathing and keeping a nice flat engaged back as you slowly fold the heart towards the knee. And now we'll soften the knee just a little bit and walk our hands forward into a tripod position for a standing split. Breathing. Taking the block into the right hand, and it's out at a 45-degree angle from the right foot. And then roll the heart open. Flex the foot, coming to half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. And breathing. Gently bring your back foot down to the mat and let the heel land. The toes are now at 9 o'clock and the front heel intersects the back arch. Bring your elbow to your knee and come into extended side angle. There we go. That feels so good always to open up in this position for myself. Now draw that right hip back as the hand comes to the inside of the calf. Trikonasana. Make sure you feel like you have enough space right here in the hip. So if you need to, come up a little ways. That's great as well. Okay? So you choose what feels good in your body. Always the practitioner's preference. Keeping the feet nice and steady as they push away from each other, and then float the right hand up. Reverse triangle. Breath here, and then moving back to Trikonasana. Exhale here, scoop the navel in. Inhale as you move, hand to the sky. Exhale here. Inhale as you move. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, moving, and exhale. Inhale as you move, and once again, reverse triangle. And this time, windmill the arms all the way down to the mat. Soften the knee. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Coming to your plank, and then taking your flow or skipping, we'll all meet in down dog or child's pose. And 3 to 5 breaths here. And when you're ready, looking between the thumbs, and on the exhale, hopping or walking forward to forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold, and then soften your knees. Let your knees come into a fold and your hips come low. Reach the arms behind you like an airplane, and then sweep it up into cactus arms. Big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, back to airplane arms. Inhale, cactus arms. Lift the heart. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, sweep them up, cactus arms. Keep pushing the heels away from each other. Exhale, back, reach back in airplane. Inhale, cactus. And staying in cactus now, bring the hands together, lower the hips, and then squeeze it out, lift it up, splash out of the water. And empty coat sleeves here, letting go of any tension in the body. Or shaking out the legs. If the legs have held a little tension, some of those postures can be a little bit intense. All right, let's go ahead and come down onto our mat, and we'll take a few other stretches. So bringing both feet off to one side, and the front foot is close to the knee, so it's almost like a 90 degree angle for both legs. The bend at the knee. And then turn yourself, keeping the spine tall, turn yourself past your knees towards the back, lifting the spine long. Use the exhales to get a good twist here. And then looking over the other shoulder. And then gently releasing that, and let yourself tip back a little bit. And then it gives you room to switch the feet. So bring the legs to the other side. Walk your hands over towards the knees and past the knees. Lengthen out the spine and take the twist there. And this mermaid style twist. One more exhale here. And then bring the gaze over the opposite shoulder. And release. And let's bring our feet out in front of us. Make sure you have your block somewhere nearby. We'll go ahead and roll ourselves down. So I like to roll down in control if I can. So placing my feet there, and then reach the hands forward so you can slowly let the spine come down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And coming all the way down to the mat, we're going to take a low boat, it's called, Savasana. So reach the heels out long, and then take your fingers and spread them nice and wide. Lift through the heart as you reach towards the feet. Draw the toes back to you and start to squeeze your glutes until your heels float. And then breathe as you look at your feet. Exhale and inhale here. Go for 3 to 5 breaths. And then release. Just let the body come down to the mat. No tension whatsoever. Cleansing breath. Walk the heels up behind the hips. We're going to come into a bridge. You can bring your hands around the outside of your mat if you'd like to. Put some weight into the heels. Lift your toes and spread them nice and wide. Then notice the belly. Let the belly fill with air. On the exhale, push the small of the back down so that space underneath the back disappears. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, roll the hips up, squeeze the glutes. Let the shoulders come under a little bit. Let the chin come up. Press into the heels and the shoulders to gain a little bit of traction between the two. Draw the knees a little bit close to each other. And breathing. And then when you're ready, draw the tailbone towards the heels and slowly unwind the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Let the heels go long. We'll take another low boat. Let the fingers be spread. Roll the heart up. Squeeze the glutes and breathe. Floating the heels. 3 to 5 breaths. And let it go. Just let the body release onto the mat again. We'll come back into a bridge, so bringing the feet up. This time bring your right ankle across your left knee, so it's a one-footed cross-legged bridge. Option to grip the outside edge of the mat, and when you're ready, roll the hips up. Keep drawing that knee towards the corner of the room. And breathing. And then gently unwind the spine all the way down to the mat. And then let the heel of the right foot sweep off to the left. So you're coming into a twist, and bring the arms out into a T and your gaze to the right. Breath in and let it go. And then gently unfold the body again and let it be long. Coming back to our last low boat. Reach the fingers and heart forward as you breathe and squeeze the glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Release and let it go. Bring the heels up behind the glutes, and this time bringing the left ankle across the right knee. Taking your arms straight out alongside the body or gripping the mat. And when you're ready, roll up into your bridge. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let the spine roll down. And let the left heel come off to the right as the arms come out into a T, taking your gaze off to the left. And then gently unfold the body again and draw your knees in towards your chest and make some circles with your knees. And then the other direction. And if it feels right to you, slide your hands between your knees and bring up the big toes or the ankles and take a little happy baby. Let yourself rock on the back, finding the corners of the back, so to speak. You draw the shoulders down and the hips down. The knees are aiming out past the shoulders a bit. And breathing with that. And releasing the feet, and take your block now for one of my favorite postures, bridging up to slide a block underneath the hips. And then draw the knees in and let the hips float up and your legs up the wall. And if you'd like to stretch out the back of one leg or the other as you're in that position, feel free to do that. And perhaps it feels good to let your heels drift apart. Get a bit of an inner thigh stretch. Breathing. And letting go. And then letting the heels come back together. And the heels come to the ground. And bridge up to take the block out from underneath you. And then unfold your body into Savasana. I'm going to come to a seated posture as I read a little bit to you for Savasana, but please unfold the body in a comfortable position. And this might be a time where you would prefer to have your eyes covered or the lights dimmed in the room, whatever works for you, so that you have a comfortable Savasana, a period where you're letting go. Want to use anything that will increase your capacity to let go and rest. Deep rest is very healing. So use your blocks perhaps to support your thigh bones. Keep your low back comfortable, or maybe a towel underneath your head or socks on your feet. Remember, this Savasana time is for you. Let the arms and legs fall away from the body. The whole earth is yours. Take all the space you need. Take a nice full breath in and release. Softening into your body, lengthening the neck and softening the face. Softening the eyes, and the jaw and the throat. Open and receptive to the fullness of this moment of your life. Letting the sounds around you come to you as you feel the echo of your practice. Yield the flesh of your body to gravity, softening like a body of water. Feel your bones resting heavily in this softening flesh, growing heavier with each exhale. And the atmosphere is all around you. You can easily receive each nourishing breath. With each exhale, feel the weight of the front body relax and release. Soften into the body, sensing all the life that is here. Tingling, bubbling, vibrating, or stillness. Feeling and noting the life right here. Being open and receptive. And choosing to stay in this posture for as long as serves you, or perhaps beginning to find a little movement as you deepen your breath again. Lengthening the body out in a stretch, or drawing your knees in towards your chest, comforting the low back a bit. And then gently rolling off to one side or another, and finding your way to a seated posture for us to close our practice time together. Bringing your hands in front of the heart, and just let each hand feel the other as the palms gently press together, sealing our practice. May you take a bit of your practice into your week and into your life, remembering at any time you can return to these postures, the breath, to refresh the spirit. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining me. I'm so glad to have you in practice together. Have a beautiful week.